So, what's up, my beautiful people on the internet? It's Ankit, and I'm back again with another new video on our Grand Python series. Now, in our previous video, we have covered what was ID in Python, and in this video, I'm gonna tell about how you can swap between different data types such as integer, float, boolean, or string, and even you can change the data types using some of the very interesting features of Python. So without wasting much time, as I've told that in this video I'm gonna cover all the topics that how you can swap between different data types, such as you can convert any of the string value to integer, or any of the integer value to float data type, or any of the float data type to even string values. Okay, and you can even convert boolean values to string and even string values to boolean. Now, if you guys don't even know that what are these kinds of data type, please check on my previous videos. I have made a complete video discussing about all these data types. These are basically the primitive and the most important data types in Python. So without taking much time, I am starting off with an example. Now I'm showing you that this is basically this thing, that if I write our channel's name, this is basically a string. Okay, and 89, this is basically a integer. If I write 67.89, this is basically a float. And if I write true or false, or false, yes, these are boolean. Now boolean are only assigned with two values, either it's true or false. Integers can have infinite number of values. Integer strings and float can have infinite number of values. Now boolean can only have two values, that is either it's true or it's false. So these are our four primitive and most important data types of Python. Now if I let me remove this, and now the question I'm giving to you, if I give it this, answer this in the comment section as fast as possible. The winner will be declared in my next video. If I tell that what is this data type, comment down in the answer. What will be your answer? This is basically a string data type. You guys are seeing it as a number, but no, it's not a number. It's inside the quotes, and as it's inside the quotes, anything that is inside the quotes are generally termed as string. So this is a string. It's not a number, or sorry, it's not an integer. Don't mess up all the things. This is a string. It's not a number. And now if I tell what's this, hold on a second. If I tell what's this number, this is not a float. Again I'm telling, this is not a float, this is a integer, not, but this is a string because it's again inside the code. Whenever any of the thing is inside the code, treat it as a string. It's not a number or any float value. Now you might ask me a question that how can we swap over the values, means how can we make this a integer. Now for making this a integer, the video's main aim is gonna be this. If I assign s as a variable, okay, as a variable I'm assigning it 78 value. Now if I print type of it, see this video very carefully, this is gonna be much interesting. If I print type of s, see what's the result. See, it's giving me class str because it's a string data type. Okay, I'm again showing you with the float value. If this is the 78.98, this is basically a I'm printing its type. Okay, type of a. You can see this is a string. These numbers are seeing like that s is a integer but a is a float value, but they aren't. They are not string or float. They are not integer or float values. They are basically string values. Now the way I'm telling to convert them are, it's 98. Let me close it. And shit. And in this method you can easily convert it. If you write s equals, now for converting string to any of that data type, you can convert 78 into an integer value. I can write here int, put the parenthesis opened, and give here argument as s. Now what this is doing, this is basically assigning the value of s as the I'm not going that much complex. I'm writing it z, a separate variable. Now what is z actually? Z is converting the integer value of s. It's taking s and it's making it a integer value, nothing else. What is int of s? Int means integer. Integer of s means s is a string value. It's taking the value, it's converting into integer, and it's storing it in the variable z. Now if I print z, then wait a minute. See, it's printing 78 as expected. And if I now print its type, okay, type of z, it'll give me class int. Have you seen and understood the result? S is 78, but if I have converted int of s, so z has turned out to be int of s. Int means integer value of s. I have converted the value of s into integer value. Similarly, I can take a separate value x, I can make a separate variable rather, and if I convert it to float, and then there are 4 different functions. One is integer, float, boolean, and string. Now I am converting that a variable to a float. Okay, understood it very well. If I write here float, that is a function to convert string to float. Okay, and if I give here as an argument a, and then I have made a separate variable. Okay, and then if I print x, okay, print x, you can see it's giving 78.99 as the variable was. But if I now try printing its type, okay, if I write if I write type of x, and if I then run the code, you can see it's giving me float. Why? Because x is already changed off to a float value. That a variable which is there now, that's 78.99, it's converted into a float value by using this functions like float of a. Hope it's too much clear to all of you guys. And now I'm showing this same thing with a string, converting to a string. Okay, if I assign a variable here named w equals 89, sorry. Now everybody of you knows that this is basically a what it is, it's basically integer data type. If I make a separate variable named m, and this will be equal to str. Now what is str? In the previous video I have told that str generally represents string. Now if I convert str of w, okay, see that w equals 89 and m equals str of w. What it's signifying? It's signifying that I am converting the value of 89 to a string value. Now m equals str of w, and if I then print m I am printing, see it will give 89 basically, no problems detected. But if I print the type of m, wait, let me remove this one, otherwise you might face a confusion. If I print type of m, see I have written type of m, and if I print it, see it's signifying class string. That means this value 89 of w has been converted to string value in that variable m. Okay, so str function is used for converting any specific values to string, and in this way our whole procedure works. You can convert any value of int to string to int, string to float, but remember that value must be convertible. Okay, don't mess up everything. Don't think that if I write a string named Ankit, and if I then try converting it to an integer, it will not convert. Wait, I'm giving you with example. If I write here Ankit, it's a string. Okay, you all guys must be knowing or accustomed with. And if I try converting, wait, let me get rid of all these stuffs. Let me get rid of this too, and okay, let me, no need of printing. If I assign a variable named z equals int of integer casting of a. Now if I try casting this into an integer, it will result to an error. See, it's giving a big error saying value error, invalid literal for int with base 10, because Ankit can never be converted to a string value, into an integer value, because it's a name. A name can't have any integer value. So don't try all these things. It means you can try basically, but don't think that Ankit will be converted to an integer value. Okay, it will not, because a string with a number only can be converted to an integer value. Now if I write here 789, if I try converting it to integer value, it will convert with no problems. If I print that number after converting, You can see 789. What I have done, basically, I have taken the variable a as a string, z equals, I made a variable named z where I have stored the integer value of that a, and then I have printed it. No problems. As now I am also showing you again with the type. If I write that type of z, and sorry, if I write here type of z and I have, see, it's giving me int. Why? Because z is basically a integer type. That's all. I am again showing you with a boolean data type. This will be our last topic to cover. It's true. Okay, sorry, this is a boolean type, but if I write here true like this and true like this, wait, let me make you understand what's the difference. Now I am printing type of a, and in the second case I am assigning a variable b where I am converting it to bool, and bool is used for basically converting strings to boolean. Okay, and if I then again print, see the code exactly. Okay, I'll let me write and then I'll show you everything. Let me get rid of this too, and yeah, this is the exact code. If I write a assigning a variable that is true, b equals boolean value of a, means I'm converting the string to a boolean and storing it in a variable named b. I'm printing the type of a and I'm printing the type of b. This is very simple and very understandable. Now when I'll do this, you can see that one is giving class str, another is giving class bool. Now this basically means that that a variable is that is inside the quotes is basically a string value, and the type of b, which I've converted to bool, has been a boolean value. Now in this way you can perform many of the tasks in certain programmings. You will need to convert those things into a integer type or a boolean type or a float type. Will need to convert this. Okay, so keep these things in mind because these are really important things. So I am ending of today's video with giving you a very good example which you will comment down. Okay, the answer, convert this to the int, okay, integer value, and tell me the answer in the comment section. I need to convert this to integer value and tell me the answer in the comment section, as I've told that the first comment will win. Okay, so this will be enough for this video. In this video we have seen that how to swap how to swap between different data types in Python, and yeah, this will be enough for this video. If you find this video was informative, click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and also click on the notification button for getting regular updates. And if you find any of the confusion after this video, do not forget to comment down and ask your doubts. So yeah, this will be enough for today. Ankit Day signing off. Peace.